everyone! Don't forget to subscribe!
Jackson Fickle led an incredibly unremarkable life as the personal assistant to the non-personal assistant to the executive assistant to the president of Earth. However, his quiet routine was shattered when he took a fateful bite of a tuna fish sandwich that wasn't meant for him. Unknown to Jackson, the sandwich had been laced with a tracker, and before he could even finish his second bite, his roving observational craft was sucked through an inexplicable black hole, which would eventually be named Jackson Hole. Plunging through this bizarre phenomenon, he was spat out on the other side into the landing bay of a massive Bizong warship with nothing but the strange taste of peppermint in his mouth. Upon landing, Jackson committed to his personal policy of doing absolutely nothing when confused, refusing to open his craft's door for 10 minutes until the angry Bizong crew pried it open. He was dragged before the boss of ships in a culture where conversations must always begin with a mutual compliment. Jackson's attempt at politeness resulted in a backhanded compliment, prompting his immediate transfer to the pyramid-shaped Inquisition room under the custody of heavy-booted, large-eared guards. There, Inquisitor Slaw interrogated him using her truth-detecting X-ring glasses. Sweating profusely due to an anxiety-induced pituitary reaction, Jackson's sweat caused the glasses to flash orange, the interplanetary color of deceit, which mistakenly convinced Slaw that Jackson was the actual president of Earth, hiding defense secrets. She proudly revealed the Bizong's grand plot to drain Earth's oceans using a third-generation macro-electro-bionic hydroxy-gravitational tube ray. Before the interrogation could proceed, a VLOP cruiser threatened the warship, prompting Inquisitor Slaw to leave. Seizing the distraction, a clever Bizong engineer named Tarza entered and smuggled Jackson out by convincing the guards he had a highly contagious Form C phantom-level face rash. Tarza revealed that she was a double agent for a secret network called the Pocket Watches, dedicated to stopping the water theft plot. However, during their escape to a control room, Jackson mistakenly pressed a flashing green button on a ship console instead of the button on his warp port pod, instantly filling the room with intruder immobilizer white foam. They woke up hours later, frozen in foam, under the guard of Plod and Dusty, two highly advanced robots Tarza had built herself. Realizing his nervous sweat dissolved the foam, Jackson broke free and rescued Tarza. After a quick stop to eat a Saturn cocoa bar from a vending machine, they accidentally stumbled into a room of Bizong accountants, where Jackson panicked, slipped, and hit the console button again, freezing them in foam a second time. Returned to the interrogation room, Inquisitor Slaw ordered Dusty and Plod to extract Jackson's memories. Tarza quickly intervened, claiming Jackson had memory repression training, but that she knew the defenses, prompting the robots to scan her mind instead. Inside Tarza's mind, the robots viewed her memories of building them, her deep kindness, and the Bizong captain's threat to melt them down for scrap metal. Touched by her loyalty, Dusty and Plod rebelled, activated Dusty's glittering disco ball antenna to blind the room, and used the confiscated warp ports to teleport the group to safety. They materialized at Pelegrin Station and boarded a mini-train inside the NES mod network to escape to Rigia, a dusty desert world. At the Rigia Tavern, they bypassed a Rock-Wallian guard named Rog, who was disguised as a stone wall, and entered the secret headquarters of the Pocket Watches. There they met Garrow, Azel, and the Elder Leader, the Watchmaker. A grand high-resolution hologram revealed a terrifying update. The real President Racha had been captured and bribed with vacation moons by those in charge, or TIC, agreeing to hand over Earth's oceans. Shocked and outraged, Jackson accidentally activated a transmission gear, broadcasting his furious cry back to Earth, "We need a new president." His passionate outburst went viral across Earth under the nickname Shouty Freckles, prompting 68% of the population to cast a vote of no confidence and nominate Jackson as the new presidential candidate. To prepare Jackson for the upcoming election, the watchmaker assigned him a campaign manager, Arne Bruhl, who happened to be Jackson's childhood school bully. The watchmaker also gave Jackson a simple brass pocket watch from his home planet Olden, instructing him to flip it if he ever faced absolute peril. He revealed Olden's tragic history. TIC had deployed gullible giant-beaked birds called sculpers to drink Olden's salt water to fuel a massive planet pusher machine designed to herd planets into the Rainbow Realm to enforce strict rule. To get to Earth, the group warped through the chaotic Bandango Fazar market, where Jackson got separated while enjoying a delicious meal. Cornered by a greedy merchant named Roswell, Jackson used a mind-reading phonus from the shop to call the clockmaker of Uldan, the watchmaker's grandmother, who encouraged him to embrace his role. Tarza rescued him by tickling Roswell's left ear, causing his purple disguise wig to pop off, exposing his true face, before they boarded a ship to Earth. On Earth, Arne Bruhl offered a sincere and moving apology for his childhood bullying, and the two reconciled. Jackson then stepped onto the stage of the Belta-Montenegro Grand Hall for a live presidential debate against President Racha. Although he fumbled the first question about housing bubbles by mistaking physical underwater bubbles for financial ones, Jackson captured the public's heart when speaking about his strengths as a listener and his daring journey through a black hole. When Racha threw a fury-filled tantrum on stage, Jackson was overwhelmingly elected president of Earth. Immediately inaugurated, Jackson appointed Arne as his vice president. The victory was short-lived as the Baizong warship closed in to activate its ray. Fortunately, Tarza identified a design flaw. The ray relied on color contrast to distinguish water from land. At Jackson's command, the government deployed Earth's emergency supply of fast-spreading Bustrek dye, originally meant to color unappetizing emergency food rations, turning the oceans into a brilliant, swirling rainbow and rendering the ray completely useless. Just as they celebrated, 3 towering hooded figures from TIC warped into the room, kidnapped Jackson and Tarza, and dragged them to Pellegrant's station to force them to reveal the pocket watch's hideout. At Pellegrant's station, Jackson realized he could use his Oldenite pocket watch. He handed it to the station attendant to set their train's coordinates, and once they launched into space, Jackson flipped the watch. Since the watch kept the time of Olden rather than Rygia, the train rerouted directly to the barren, oceanless planet of Olden, dropping them safely into a massive cage designed by Oldenite engineers. The clockmaker locked the cage around those in charge, declaring they would only be released once they returned all the stolen salt water to fill Olden's empty seabeds, which would raise the water-sensitive levers to unlock the cage. With no other option, those in charge agreed to return the water. With the universe saved, Jackson decided he was not cut out for the stress of presidency. Using the retrieved phonus, he resigned and appointed Arne Bruhl as the new president of Earth. Jackson officially joined Tarza, Dusty, and Plod as full members of the Pocket Watches, setting off for new adventures across the cosmos. As the cosmic documenter notes, your past does not decide your future, and everyone has a role of great importance waiting for them. So keep writing your own chapters and enjoy a bag of crunchy, salty solar Snooks.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.